Nigerians' old national anthem from 50 years makes controversial comeback. Trump becomes first former president in US history to be convicted of a felony. Study says tattoos may raise risk of cancer by 21%. All this and more coming shortly. Hello and welcome to the cable end of the week news highlight, a summary of the top headlines for the week. I am Victor Ejechi, and let's get to the details. President Bola Tinubu on Wednesday signed the bill on the reintroduction of the old national anthem as part of the activities commemorating its first anniversary in office. The return of the old national anthem, termed Nigerian We Hail Thee, was received with mixed feelings even among the lawmakers who passed the bill. Nigerians have described the move as a misplaced priority, especially in the face of hunger and other economic hardships sweeping through the country. On Sunday, Tinubu flagged off the 700-kilometer Lagos-Calabar coastal highway. The construction of the highway began in March, and the project has generated a lot of controversies, from the demolitions of beach structures to allegations of lack of transparency in the award and project costs. Meanwhile, former President Olusegun Obasanjo has taken a swipe at Tinubu, describing his first subsidy removal and Naira unification policies as wrongly and thoughtlessly implemented. Obasanjo said though the reforms were necessary, Tinubu hasn't found the right way to handle the economy. Now taking business headline. Todolumelu, the chairman of Transcorp Group, has suggested the establishment of special courts to prosecute electricity theft offenders. The businessman said power theft is a setback for distribution companies, which also suffer losses due to vandalization in the process of electricity theft. He also advised the federal government to fully privatize the sector to enhance efficient power delivery. Still on the power sector, the Bureau of Public Enterprises says the federal government has secured a $500 million World Bank loan to boost electricity distribution in the country. The loan was approved by the Senate on May 15 after a request by President Bola Tinubu to finance the mass metering program of the federal government. The Presidential Committee on Fiscal Policy and Tax Reforms says it has asked the federal government to adopt an exchange rate of 800 naira per dollar for custom import duty. Taiwo Oyedele, chairman of the committee, said the constantly changing import duty rate due to the volatility of the foreign exchange market does not allow for adequate planning by businesses. On the international scene, Donald Trump, the former US president, has been found guilty on all 34 counts on falsifying business records in the hush money trial he is facing. The verdict was reached by a Manhattan jury on Thursday. This makes Trump the first former president in US history to be convicted of a felony. But what does Trump's conviction mean for his presidential bid? Find out more on thecable.ng. The number of Nigerians seeking education in the UK has dropped by nearly half after the government banned students from coming with dependents mid-last year. In 2022, a few months before the ban, Nigerians accounted for the highest increase in the number of dependents accompanying persons with study visas in 2022. With the ban, the number of Nigerian applicants have now fallen by a record of 39%, and the number of Nigerian dependents by 40%. Do you have a tattoo or considering getting one? A recent study by experts from Lund University in Sweden has suggested a potential link between tattoos and cancer, regardless of the tattoo size. Researchers found a 21% increased risk of lymphoma in tattooed individuals compared to those without tattoos. Lymphoma is a cancer of the lymphatic system, a network crucial to the immune system that fights infections. From the entertainment sector, Will Stevens, the United States Consul General, has picked Tems as his favorite Afrobeat artist. While playing host to Bright Okocha, the Nigerian comedian fondly called Basket Mouth at the US consulate in Lagos. Stephen said although he has met with some top Nigerian artists, Tems is the one I can tune in anytime. And in the world of sports, Victor Osimhen has been ruled out of the Super Eagles' forthcoming 2026 World Cup qualifier against South Africa and the Benin Republic. The NFF announced that the 25-year-old will miss the encounters after suffering an injury. Osimhen will be out for 4 weeks, and Kenneth Ugboke, Enugu Ranger left back, has been called up for replacement. And it's a wrap on this week's edition of the Cable News Review. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and drop your comment. You can get all the details and more news on thecable.ng, or download our disability-friendly app, The Cable Diner, on Apple Store, Play Store for even easy access. Stay safe and see you next week.